Hey everybody, laptop screen people said we'd get 20 bucks rebate if we shot our video of this. So we have a HP DV6 Pavilion. The model number is a 7029. It's the 7000 series of HP. So we have a cracked screen, 5 kids equals cracked screen. So show you the first part that you need to do to access the screws that you need. Underneath your little fancy speaker bar looking thing, if you just peel that off, you'll come down to 2 screws on each side. 1 screw here. If I come a little further, there's a dark black screw right there. Same thing on the other side. Just use an X-Acto knife, or we used a really small. Okay, so once you remove the 4 screws, 2 on each side, you're just going to gently pry away your plastic holding, and I usually want to start higher. You can hear that click. You don't want to force it, but you do want it to. It's not just going to come off like butter. Just hear that separation and that click, click. That's what we're looking for. Same thing along the top. So after you work your way all the way around, there's still a little bit of a lip that's on the bottom side, so you'll close the screen, put your computer kind of on its end like that, and then you're going to take your flathead screwdriver and just work down this seam, separating your bezel, which is that front faceplate, and the lift of the top lid of your monitor. So once you do that, go ahead and lay it back down. Carefully open it up. And now you're going to just make sure that that bezel is coming off, and it is. Pull it forward. I'm going to wiggle it just a bit to decrease that tension. And take it off. And this is the hardest part of the whole thing, they say. So we'll find out. Next, we have 4 screws that we're going to be removing. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll get you to that point in just a second. Okay, so we've taken off the 4 screws on the bottom. What you're going to do now is gently tilt your screen forward. Oh, and right at the top, here is your webcam wire. You're going to make sure that that comes off gently, and then just lay your screen down right onto your keyboard. Slow and steady. Now, as you're going through, this is still that webcam. This is also where you're going to kind of pull it off and gently pry it off the back here so it can get it kind of up and out of the way. So then we're detaching the webcam wire from the base of the screen and just gently pull that up and off. So now it's free and it's kind of out of the way. Next, there's a little bit of adhesive tape right here, and this is your connector where it's actually connecting your monitor or your screen to your computer itself. And just use edge. So then we're detaching the webcam wire from the base of the screen and just gently pull that up and off. So now it's free and it's kind of out of the way. Next, there's a little bit of adhesive tape right here, and this is your connector where it's actually connecting your monitor or your screen to your computer itself. Then using your flathead screwdriver, just pick up the corner of the adhesive tape that's holding your connectors in place. Now when you get to that point where you can pry it up, just grab a hold and pull it up slowly. Now once we get this off, there is a little bar. That is right there, and you can kind of see it lifting up with that adhesive tape. It just kind of comes up on its own naturally. There we go. And so there's the bar, and it will also lock back in when you get everything done from there. Okay, now your new screen is going to come with a little screen protector on the front, and then these 4 pieces of tape holding it in place. You'll need to take the tape off first. You can leave that screen protector on. It's probably a good idea while it's laying on your keyboard. Now I'm just going to reverse my steps. Now the key with this is you tilt that little piece of tape back and that bar back, and you're just going to guide your connector points right back underneath. Yep, and there shouldn't be a gap between your connector points. Once you get it back in, there we go. And now I'm just going to use that adhesive tape and just kind of pull it in until I feel both click, and then just use that tape to tape it back down. Same tape. Now I'm going to gently pick up my new screen, and you'll be able to see the protector sheet that's on it. There. And then I'm going to insert the top 2 screws on the top holding the screen first, and then go to the bottom, and we'll take you to that point. So we've put in the 4 screws, top and bottom. At this point you're going to remove your plastic thing carefully. Brand new screen, and you're going to take your bezel and gently reassemble and put your bezel back in where it goes. So we're setting that back down. And there's that little snap. There you go. Snap, snap. And then snapping it in. All right. Now I'm set to, sorry, I was a little ahead of myself there. Now I'm set to put my 4 screws back in and have a working laptop. So I've got my 4 screws back in, silver and then the 2 little black ones. And on this strip that you pulled away, there still should be a little stickiness to it. If it's not staying, you can use some rubber cement or a light adhesive. But most of the time, it's still pretty sticky, and I'll just take my finger and rub it and hold it right down and through, and then just kind of come back and forth slowly and steady. Again, you're doing computer repair. It's not going to be absolutely perfect once like it was before the repair, but you'll have a screen that's working.